Hi, my name is Dylan Alexander, and this is my Managing Objections assignment form. I'm going to be going over the objections that I wrote for my service, as well as the techniques needed to combat them, and I'm going to be offering a bit of an explanation for each one. So the way that I thought about this is most of these objections shoot you down instantly if you're not prepared. So I wrote it in my speaker's notes that you need to be extremely prepared for everything. So you need to not just know your product inside and out, but you also need to understand the objections inside and out, anything they might have to say, any competition, any other services that are like yours. So anyways, yeah, here's my objections. The first one is for need. They might say something like, I'm not sure if I need this product or if this product will meet our needs, like our current supplier does. And what I chose for this was the translation or boomerang, and the reason why is because you can kind of sway them to something that does benefit them about their statement. So you could say something like, you say there's not much of a need, but does your current supplier offer API integration? So what I did was I just swayed it away from the negative part of that statement and turned it into a positive, or something that we have that a competitor might not have. For the second objection, it's for product and service. I don't think this service will make much of a difference in our company, and I chose questioning or assessing for that one. I wasn't too sure if I should choose direct denial, but I chose questioning and assessing because it's pretty passive, and I tried to keep the denial techniques to a minimum, because if you use them too commonly, then it makes people upset. So instead of trying to change their mind with like a quick comeback or saying, oh, well, our product does this, it's just saying, can you tell me why you feel that way? It kind of gives them understanding of that you're empathetic to their needs, as well as you can kind of understand their company a little better just through some simple questioning, even during the pitch. Objection 3 was for company or source. So they might say something like, oh, you're a relatively new startup, so we're not sure if you can handle clients like us. And I chose indirect denial for that one. Like I said, I didn't want to choose direct denial, because then you're blatantly saying that they're wrong when they're not wrong. It would be a relatively new startup, so it would be better to be upfront about it. But since, if just assuming that they ask the question before I can get to that point, I would say something like, I understand why you might feel this way, though our company is prepared for clients such as yourself. Our enthusiasm and skill will make up for our lack of reputation or lack of experience. So all companies got to start somewhere. So I thought that would be a good technique for that one. Anyways, objection 4 is price. They might say something like, your tiered subscription service is too expensive, but we can't meet our needs on smaller plans, which is something that I was considering when I was thinking about the tiered subscription plan. And something I thought about that was the coming to that. Now, even if I wasn't coming to that, I thought it would still be a good insurance to have that phrase in my back pocket to say, oh, well, I was just coming to that, because then you're not, it kind of looks like you have things covered. It makes you look a lot more professional than if you didn't assume they would say something like that. So the way that I phrased it was that's great you mentioned it. I was just coming back to that. We offer highly discounted full access for the first year of our contract. This ensures that you enjoy full utilization while having the chance to see what we can do for you. So it's the only reason I mention that is because that's something that, it's the discounted first year access wouldn't be something that I would just come out of the gates offering, because why would I want to hurt my chances of getting a full year's pay? But if they do mention that they're unsure about the price, then offering a first year discount in exchange for long-term business would be a good sacrifice to make in that case. So then the last objection is time. So they might say something, we have just signed another contract with our current supplier, which is pretty predictable actually. Most people, if they have a service that they need, chances are they already have it and someone's already meeting somewhat of their needs, but you can still be there for the next term or the next time they need to renew a contract. So what I chose for that one was forestalling. And the reason I did that was because, I would do my research on when they renew contracts, so I can either pitch at a time before they've renewed it, and if I can't, then I'll just do it after they've already renewed it. But either way, I can let them know that we're here, we can meet your needs. And yeah, so anyways, I could offer them like a free demo service 30 days before their current contract runs out, so that they, don't forget about us. They get a chance to see what we can do without having to pay extra or sign a new contract. It's something that they're unsure about. So I could say something like, I understand that most companies we speak for are under contract. That's why we introduce ourselves early, or something like, that's understandable. That's why we're prepared to give you full access for our service 30 days before the end of your contract. This gives you time for the team to adjust as well as to see the benefits. So, okay, thank you for watching, and let me know what you think.